Hello, my name is Michelle Luke, and Jesus walked on water. Not only could Jesus heal the sick and resurrect the dead, but he could also control the wind and the rain. After praying on the mountain, Jesus looked down at the Sea of Galilee and saw a storm. His apostles were in their boat, struggling to row against the wind. Jesus came down and began to walk on the water toward their boat. When the apostles saw someone walking on the water, they became frightened. But Jesus told them, "It is I, don't be afraid." Peter said, "Lord, if it's really you, command me to come to you." Jesus told Peter, "Come to me." So in the middle of the storm, Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water toward Jesus. But as he got near him, Peter looked at the storm and became afraid. He found himself starting to sing. Peter shouted, "Lord, save me." Jesus caught his hand, saying, "Why do you begin to doubt? Where is your faith?" Jesus and Peter climbed into the boat immediately. The storm stopped. Can you imagine how the apostles felt? They said, "You really are God's son." This was not the only time that Jesus controlled the weather. At another time, when Jesus and the apostles sailed to the other side of the sea, Jesus went to sleep in the back of the boat. While he was asleep, a violent storm came up. Waves crashed into the boat, and the boat filled with water. The apostles woke Jesus up, shouting, "Teacher, we are about to die. Help us." Jesus got up and said to the sea, "Be quiet," right away. The wind and the sea became calm. Jesus asked the apostles, "Where's your faith?" They said to one another, "Even the wind and the sea obey him." The apostles learned that if they trusted Jesus completely, they did not need to be afraid of anything. Psalm chapter 27, verse 13. Where would I be if I did not have faith that I would see Jehovah was getting to the land of the living? Questions. Why did Peter start to sink, and what did the apostles learn from Jesus? I'm going to read Matthew chapter 8, verse 23 through 27. And when he went aboard the boat, his disciples followed him. Now look, a great storm arose in the sea, so that the boat was being covered by the waves, but he was sleeping. And they came and woke him up, saying, "Lord, save us, we're about to perish." But he told them, "Why are you so afraid, you with little faith?" Then he got up and rebuked the winds and the sea and great calm, saying. So the men were amazed and said, "What sort of person is this? Even the winds and the sea obey him." I'm going to read also Matthew chapter 14, verse 23. After sending the crowds away, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone. By now the boat was many hundreds of yards away from land, struggling against the waves because the wind was against them. But in the fourth watch of the night, he came to them walking the sea. When they caught sight of him walking the sea, the disciples were troubled, saying, "It is an apparition." And they cried in their fear. But at once Jesus spoke to them, saying, "Take courage, it is I, do not be afraid."